welcome back. This is Sierra.
And Mister.
And today's topic is something you guys have been asking about for quite some time, especially our extended family, because we've already shared the news that we're about to share in this video, but a lot of our family is asking over and over again why. So we wanted to make a video to share with our family and our close friends that are considered our family, and those of you guys who are just sort of curious what we're going to do and or want to hear some reasons for the decision that we made. So without further ado, we only have about 10 minutes of filming time left on this SD card, so we have to go out pretty quickly. We may or may not finish. If we don't finish, then you might just see me by myself later finishing the video. Hopefully we can finish it together.
Sure.
We'll see. But first we're both going to share our little background story about our story with Santa Claus, and then after that we're going to tell you the decision that we made for our son and kind of our reasons behind that and all of that. So you want to go first and
Sure.
talk about your experience?
Sure. So my family, when I grew up, we never talked about Santa Claus being actually the person giving the presents. All my presents were clearly written as either from Dad, from Mom and Dad, from Aunt Linda, from whoever it was. It was never from Santa Claus. So we were never under the impression that Santa Claus was actually real. We kind of just realized he was a character. That's basically my story.
Fair enough. Okay. And then for you, my experience was drastically different than yours. When I was little, I grew up fully believing in Santa Claus, and you guys know that movie, The Santa Claus? I started doubting the Santa Claus stuff, and one of my family members showed me that movie, and then I believed it for like another 2 or 3 years after that. Stop, okay? Shush, shush, okay? Kids are impressionable, okay? Anyway, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's crazy. Anyways, so I full-hearted... I hope that hurt. I love you.
Love you too.
I straight up believed it. I remember every Christmas Eve my mom would read me that poem the night before Christmas, and every Christmas Eve I would try to wake up over and over again hoping I would catch Santa in our house. For some reason I never caught Santa in our house. So this video is not for kids, so spoiler alert, Santa Claus is not a thing. It's just a made-up thing that parents make up to make their kids behave themselves during December. And then this magical guy and his reindeer, which doesn't even make sense because reindeer can't fly unless they're Santa's reindeer, come and they bring the presents. But I wholeheartedly believed it until I was about probably 6 years old. I really got that it wasn't real when I was 7. But yeah, that was my backstory. Yeah, so now I guess you guys have probably already figured out, because people don't usually make a video when they're going to do Santa Claus with their children. So this is the reasons of why we're not doing Santa Claus with our child and or future children. So are you ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 4 main reasons written down, and we're going to go through them and kind of, I guess, together explain our thoughts on those. All right, you want to start with the first one?
So first off, we don't want to lie to our children. We realize that lots will say Santa Claus is real, and yeah, it's magical and everything, but I just can't lie to my child, because as soon as I do that, who knows if he's going to believe the next thing I say and the next thing I say. And so we want to start off on the right foot with not lying to our children.
Right, and for me, when I found out that Santa wasn't a thing, I felt betrayed by my family. My mom and my family, they told me over and over again that there's this magical guy who comes and brings you presents in the middle of the night. What? What? No, that's not true. But after that, I doubted pretty much everything that my parents told me after that, because you lied about Santa Claus. What else did you lie about?
Right.
And another thing, like you said, one thing we really want to stress in our family is the severity and how, bad lying actually is. I know a lot of times in our society we tell white lies all the time, or we think it's totally okay to lie about stuff as long as you don't get caught. Not true. I remember a friend of mine, her parents took lying to the extreme, with punishments. I don't remember what we did, but we got into trouble, and she didn't get in trouble because of the thing that we did. She got in trouble because she lied about it, and she was grounded for 3 weeks. So I agree. If my kid does something bad, I'd rather him just tell me and he'd get a less of a sentence than if he lied about it. So child, in the future, if you're watching, don't lie to us. Second reason we decided not to do Santa Claus with our children is that, surprise, we are a Christian family, and there's a lot of explaining that we could do, but the short version is, when I tell my son about Jesus, I want him to believe me. Like, I mean, we grew up being told all these things, like, if you don't wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, you'll get worms. Santa Claus exists. The Easter Bunny brings eggs, which doesn't even make sense, by the way, because bunnies don't lay eggs. And we also feel that it kind of, like, the concept of Santa Claus and being so excited about, like, the presents and the gifts and Santa Claus coming, like, it, for me, growing up, it really distracted from the meaning of Christmas. Even though there's debate about when Jesus was actually born, that's not what we're talking about right now. It just made Christmas about getting gifts and buying gifts and wrapping gifts, and not about Jesus, which is actually what Christmas is about, depending on who you ask. All right, number 3.
Santa isn't free. So why does one child get a scarf and the other child gets this $200 gift of a PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever it is? It doesn't make sense how it's unequal.
Yeah, that's one thing I've actually seen going around on social media is, like, it's actually, I think, a post where, like, it says, like, how do you explain to your child, if you're a low-income family, that why your child gets a new pair of socks for Christmas, but their neighbor kid gets, like, a soccer goal for Christmas. When I was a kid, I did come from a low-income family, and one time my mom just sat me down, and she explained that Santa sends a bill for the toys, which does not make sense, but, like, I was 3 or 4, and so I believed it, so... Santa sends a bill. That's why certain kids get more stuff. Apparently, he sends a bill. But I just really don't think it's because the whole idea of Santa Claus, it's supposed to be a gift from this special person. And if Santa really loves us or whatever the story happens to be, then why would he give some kids something crazy expensive and something cheap? Like, I remember one Christmas I got a doll and my cousin got a soccer goal. And I mean, I didn't want to compare it, but like at the same time, it's like, what the heck, Santa? All right, and then the last and final reason, number 4, that we've decided not to do Santa Claus with our children is because, as you guys know, our adorable son, who he's sleeping right now, that's why he's not in the video, is adopted. And before he came to live with us, this is his first Christmas with us, he had Christmas, but we don't know if he had Santa Claus or not. And often, because orphanages can't afford to buy gifts for the children, Santa doesn't come to the orphanages. So if your child is in that situation, what do you say to your kid when he asks? You just tell him, oh, Santa Claus only comes to see children who have families? No, that's weird. Like, it's just, I don't know. Anybody who has adopted and does Santa Claus, if you're watching, please let me know in the comments how you handled that, because I just don't know how we could even handle that. But anyways, you guys, that pretty much is all we have to say. Do you want to add anything else?
And this doesn't mean we can't have fun. I mean, look.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
We still decorate and have a good time and enjoy the whole spirit.
Yeah.
It's just we tell the truth.
Yeah, I actually should mention this. I don't know what order this is going to be posted in, but I do have footage from the other day where little man actually got to go to a Mott's meetup and meet Santa Claus. And so it's not that we're not doing all of the things. Like, he still gets to meet Santa Claus. He still gets to do all the holiday events. He still gets presents on Christmas, and they still arrive on Christmas, but he'll just grow up knowing that it's from us. We want to teach Santa kind of like we teach my friend Kitty. Hello Kitty is a character, and she's adorable, and she's amazing, and she exists, and you can go to her house and you can meet her and you can see her, like in the video up here, but she's not actually real. She's just a character. So in our house, Santa is a character. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, please let us know in the comments, and please make sure that you like and subscribe if you want to see more content from us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Vlogmas.
Happy Vlogmas.
Bye.